So Fenty Beauty just dropped a new skin tint and I am excited to try it. As soon as I saw that it was coming out, I knew it was something that I wanted to get my little hands on. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on it, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Ayesha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're into, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe now. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So just the other day, Fenty Beauty released a new product to their complexion line, and this is called the Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I am very excited to be trying it. As soon as it dropped, I knew I wanted it. So I went to my local Sephora and picked up the shade that I thought matched me best. So I picked this up in the shade number 16, which is supposed to be for medium with neutral olive undertones. Now, I have to say, I don't typically pick foundations that have an olive undertone, but I do feel like with a skin tint or a tinted moisturizer, you do have a little bit of leeway with the coloring. And so I initially thought I was going to either pick up shade 15 or shade 17, but when I tried them in the store, 16 actually looked the best on me. So both shade 15 and 17 were neutral undertones, and then 16 was neutral olive undertone. But I honestly thought that 16 looked best on me, even though I don't really have an olive undertone. So this skin tint is available in 25 shades, and if you check out Fenty's website or Sephora's website and you know your regular like Fenty foundation shade, it'll give you like what color you should be. So definitely check out the website. I think it's very helpful. Again, this is a skin tint, so there's a lot more like wiggle room with it because it's not like a full coverage foundation. So with that being said, this is a light coverage foundation, although the website does say it can be built up to a medium coverage. And this claims that it should quickly even out your skin tone and give a blurred effect to the skin's imperfections. They also say that this layers well with their primer and moisturizer. And I think that's something we should note because a lot of tinted moisturizers or skin tints have SPF in them. This one does not. Now, I know a lot of people don't like that, but I honestly do like that because I would prefer to use my own SPF. Typically, when I see products like this that have an SPF in them, it's either not enough or you're not going to apply enough of the product to really get full coverage of SPF on your face, or it kind of limits you because if there's SPF in a foundation, then I'm not going to wear it at night. Now, I know this is not a foundation, but I just keep calling that. I'm sorry, but like I said, if you have SPF in it, then I probably wouldn't wear it at night. And so I like that it does not have SPF in it, but just be aware that if you are looking to pick this up, it does not have SPF. So before I applied the skin tint, I did prep my skin using some of the Fenty Beauty products. I used the Fat Water today, which is a toner, and I happen to really love it. And then I moisturized my skin with the Hydro Visor, which is their moisturizer that has sunscreen in it. And then the last claim that they really make about this is that this is transfer resistant, not transfer proof, but transfer resistant. So we will be testing all of that out today. So within this video, you'll see me apply the skin tint. I'm going to wear it all day, so I'll give you guys a wear test. And then at the end of the video, I'll come back and let you know what I think about it. So let's get to the application. So now that we're all up close and personal, let's get into the application. So I'm just going to use my fingertips to apply because that's how it's recommended to apply. And honestly, if I was using a tinted moisturizer like this, that's how I would apply it. So I did not apply a primer, and I'm not going to because honestly, when I use a tinted moisturizer, I just like it to be something very simple. So I'm going to be applying it like I would in my real everyday life. So let's hope this color works. So I'm going to shake it up. And the applicator is this little like squeezy tube thing. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit on the back of my hand. So that's what it looks like. And then I'm just going to apply it with my fingertips. All right, so this side that I've rubbed in already, I kind of already put some on this side, but this side I've actually like blended out, and I can definitely tell that it is definitely perfecting my skin. Not perfecting it, but blurring out my skin and evening up my skin tone. Okay, so this is what we're looking like with it fully applied. If I'm wearing a tinted moisturizer, generally I want it to be like a very quick thing. So I'm gonna do something that I never do. I usually never skip concealer. However, I'm gonna skip it today, and I'm actually gonna take the little bit of product that's left on my hands and just kind of put some of that under my eye. And then I'll blend it out in a second. So I actually think it did pretty good as far as covering my dark circles without looking like a mask. The reason I'm doing it this way is because this is what I think is realistic for a tinted moisturizer. When you use a tinted moisturizer, you should not expect it to look like a full-on foundation. So that's just my opinion anyway. So I really like it. It looks very natural, just looks like I have really good even tone skin. I don't have many blemishes on my skin, but I do have some unevenness as far as the color goes. I also do have visible pores like in this area, and I have to say on camera it definitely looks like it has blurred them some, and looking in my mirror here they do look a little bit less noticeable than if I were not wearing anything at all. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. So my face is completely done and I'm really liking what it looks like. I just applied some setting powder underneath my eyes. I used NARS Mountain. This is a pressed setting powder that is a bit lighter than my skin tone, so it does provide a little bit of brightening to that area. And then for bronzer, I use the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in the shade Bayan Gyal. And this is what it looks like. I'm laughing because you guys know, if you've been following me for a long time, I can never get that right, so forgive me. And then for blush, I apply good old faithful NARS Gina just on my cheeks. I did not apply any highlighter. I did apply some mascara, and today I'm using L'Oreal Bambi Eye mascara. And for my lips, I'm wearing this gloss by NARS. This is called Deep Realm. So I think this is a really nice natural look. Now, one thing I will say is that right now I feel like I'm not wearing any face makeup. So that is definitely a plus. However, when I touch my skin, it feels like I just applied a moisturizer. So we'll see how that holds up throughout the day. It is a skin tint, so to me, I feel like that's kind of like a moisturizer. So we'll see how it holds up, but for right now I'm really liking how it looks. Forgive me if I'm looking down. I'm looking in my mirror because I just want to get a better picture. I think it looks really good, honestly. Now I don't have a lot of blemishes and all, so keep that in mind, but you know, I do have things that I'm uncomfortable with on my face as far as unevenness in my skin tone and everything. So I'm really liking it, and I think it looks like really natural, and like I just am born with really great skin. So I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day. The time is now 1:34. I will be checking in with you guys later and let you know what I think about it at that point. But as of right now, I'm really liking it, as long as you don't mind like your flaws showing on your skin. I think it's a great product as of right now. So we shall see what it looks like later today. So it's the end of the night, and I've now had this makeup on for 7 hours. So I wanted to come back and give you guys like my final thoughts on it. So first, this is what we're looking like. So I do have some shine in my T-zone areas. However, it does not look like it has worn off. I have not blotted this skin tint at all. This is just all natural how it wore throughout the day. So I am going to blot it just to see what it looks like real quick. And I'm just using a piece of tissue, nothing fancy. So after blotting, this is what we're looking like. And I have to say, I'm actually pretty impressed. With this being a skin tint, I honestly didn't expect it to last all day because most skin tints don't. So for it to wear 7 hours for me is really good. Let's talk about how it wore though. So you guys saw it when I first applied it. And I noticed like right after applying it, I went to my desk to write something, touched my face and touched a piece of paper purposefully just to see if it transferred. And of course it did transfer. And this was initially when I first applied it. So the claims of it being transfer resistant, I don't really know about that. I mean, of course it didn't look like when I put my hands on my face, It didn't look like I had fingerprints there, but it did transfer pretty easily. So if you're looking for something that's gonna stay in place, not move at all, you would definitely probably want to set this and try it like that, but I did not set it and it did transfer. So after I wore it about 4 hours, I did kind of do a check-in on my face. I didn't film it, but I just checked in myself. I had gone outside, it's hot, it's like 80 something degrees, I think like 85 degrees today. And I was outside with my kids at a playground for about an hour, and it was really hot. And I was pushing them on the swing, so I wasn't just sitting around. I did not wear my mask today because I didn't really leave my house. I was just kind of like around my house. So I can't really speak on that, but I was out and I did notice, I had on sunglasses. I did notice when I took my sunglasses off, I had the little smudge marks that you get from sunglasses. I typically get those when I'm wearing pretty much any foundation, but I did want to let you guys know that I got them, and all I did was press and they went away, and it did not look like I really lost makeup. It just looked like it more so moved around. So one of the other claims that they mentioned is that this should have a very lightweight feel to it, or an airy feel. And I have to agree. I didn't feel like I was wearing makeup even as my face got oilier and I got like slightly sweaty. I did not feel like I was wearing a full face of makeup. So I do think that it felt pretty good, like to me wearing it. However, if I touch my skin, I can definitely tell I'm wearing makeup. It's not horrible, but it definitely feels like I'm wearing something. Now, after I blotted just now, I will say it feels a little bit better when I actually touch my face than it did before blotting. I also wanted to point out that I was actually pretty surprised that this skin tint didn't seem to settle into fine lines. I don't have that many fine lines that I have a problem with foundation settling into. However, I use this under my eyes and I did not use concealer. I did set that area, but typically even if I set that area and don't use an actual concealer, it will crease. And I have to say, my under eyes actually look pretty good. Like, it looks like I applied concealer, a very lightweight concealer, but I'm pretty happy with the coverage there and with the fact that it didn't crease. I didn't have to like tap it out throughout the day or anything like that. And I think it looks pretty good for what it is. So overall, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the Fenty skin tint. I like the way it feels. I like the way it looks. I think it gave me natural coverage, lightweight coverage, and stayed on a good amount of time. So nice for this time of year. Now, one thing that I do want to say is I'm not sure that I necessarily need this product. And you know, it's a skin tint. I was hoping that this would go on like a tinted moisturizer or whatever and just feel like nothing, like I could touch my face, it wouldn't move. I was really hoping it was gonna be that, like a very lightweight but non-moving foundation or skin tint, and that's not what it is. Now, I do enjoy it and I will keep it and continue to wear it, but I'm just not sure that it's needed in my collection. I actually find this to be pretty similar to the Fenty powder foundation. I do love and enjoy that one, so I kind of feel like, do I really need both of these? But I do like it. I am going to keep it. I just don't know that it is 100% necessary. However, if you are interested in this product, I would definitely say try it. I think it works well, and I definitely think, like initially when I put it on, I got light coverage, but I definitely think it's buildable. So if you're looking for something like that, I definitely think it's worth a try. Plus the price point is not bad. This retails for $29.50 and you get 1.08 fluid ounces of product. So I feel like that's a pretty good price. I also like the packaging. I like the applicator. I like the ease of application. And you definitely, if you prefer to use a brush, you could definitely use a brush with this. I've already seen some reviews on this with people using brushes, and it seems to be able to build up a little bit better. So if you like a medium coverage, I think you could get that out of this if you use a brush. So anyway, I'm happy I tried it out. I will use this. Look out for upcoming videos where I may update you, see if it shows up in a favorites video. But so far, so good. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm just not sure that it was completely necessary, but here we are with it. I'm gonna keep it and wear it. So if any of you guys have tried the Fenty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint, let us know in the comments down below what you think of it. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think this was a necessary release? One quick thing I want to add though. I know I said that I didn't necessarily need it in my collection. However, I do think this fits well into Fenty's collection because the other two foundations they have, besides the powder foundation, the other two foundations are more of a fuller coverage. And so I feel like this kind of fills a space that they didn't have, being a lightweight foundation. And the powder foundation, I definitely think you get lightweight coverage to medium coverage, but it's a powder. So this would definitely be better if you have dry skin than the powder foundation. So just wanted to add that little caveat in there. Anyway, if you guys have tried it, leave it down in the comments below whether you like it and, you know, what you think about it. Also, let us know down below if this is something that you would be interested in trying. The Sephora sale is coming up soon, so if you're interested, you may want to wait until then so you can get a little bit of a discount on it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please do that now. Please follow me on Instagram so that you can see what I'm up to in my time away from YouTube. And I appreciate you guys watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.